Actor Kevin Sorbo speaking out against what he describes as Hollywood's blacklisting of Christian and conservative voices. Sorbo says that actors can face fewer opportunities for expressing political or religious beliefs that don't align with the industry's mainstream.
His comments come as other Hollywood figures, including Tim Robbins, are also criticizing political polarization and the industry's culture more generally. Actor Kevin Sorbo is the founder of Sorbo Studios, and he joins us now. Always good to see you, Kevin. But you've described Hollywood's blacklisting and conservatives as basically a seventh grade Mean Girls culture that you've experienced, many others in Hollywood have experienced. Just talk to us about some of the examples of that.
Well, for me, it started back probably about 15 years ago, right? I noticed a big shift in Hollywood. I mean, I've always been conservative. I've always been a Christian. And those two groups now are the ones who are fully in the closet now. The gays are completely out of the closet in Hollywood, but the conservatives are hiding. And I found it, as I got louder and louder voice, not on purpose, it just people started attacking me, having conservative views. And then Hollywood gave me the boot. And I think I've mentioned before, I think I'm the first cancel culture victim before it was even a term, or before I was aware of the term. And that's why my wife, you mentioned our studio, sorbostudios.com, to start doing our own movies, because I still love the industry. But they scream for, they scream for tolerance, they scream for freedom of speech. But as anybody knows, it's a one-way street there. And it's interesting when I do these movies now, it's certainly the last 10, 11 years, where actors come up to me, or maybe a director, maybe a makeup artist, somebody says, hey, thanks for being a voice for us. Yeah. And I go, well, start being a voice for yourself. Don't let fear rule your life. And that's, what's going on with a lot of these people. They're too afraid to speak out.
I'm glad you're talking to us about this, because I'm sure that a lot of our viewers, just like everybody else, they go, oh, Hercules, why haven't I seen him as much? Because you had these fantastic jobs, and then all of a sudden it's like, where is he? What is he doing? But it seems that there was that period, and it seems to sync exactly with the timing that you're talking about.
Well, I haven't exactly gone away. I've been averaging about 5 movies a year. I've shot 3 already this year, got 2 lined up. The trouble is, in the independent movie world, when you shoot a $3 million budget movie, which is basically a catering budget in Pirates of the Caribbean, you don't have a $100 million advertising budget to promote it. Right. So that's the battle with independent movies. But I do movies that Hollywood used to do, movies that have hope and love and laughter and faith and redemption. And, the good guy does win. And that there's a chance to have a positive effect on people. And Hollywood seems to want to go the opposite way and fill it with anger and violence and sex and more violence. And it's amazing to me what they're doing. And I'm just going to keep doing the movies that I'm doing. I got one in theaters right now called Elijah Peel. I recommend people checking it out. It's a wonderful rock and roll story of redemption. So I think people would enjoy it.
Redemption and good guys win in the end? I mean, that's just so shocking.
I know. We never see that these days. Violence, violence, violence. That's all we get. Yeah. But Tim Robbins, he's urging Democrats to drop their outrage. The Oscar winner saying the party needs to give voters a reason to support Democrats rather than just channeling hatred. Let's watch.
I personally am not a happy guy with either. I gotta say, there got to be better ideas and better motivation for people to vote for Democrats. They have to get their stuff together. They really do.
Yeah, Kevin, do you agree with this?
Well, it's interesting. I just watched him the other day when I was in the gym on Joe Rogan's show, and I was actually thought, this is pretty cool. I mean, I know he's a liberal, but it's like Bill Maher. I mean, there's a lot of people waking up and sort of going, okay, guys, what are we doing? And, John Voight's a friend of mine, and Dennis Miller, and they've always said, I didn't leave the party left me. And we both know both parties have been shifting. And I find it really refreshing to see somebody as big as Tim Robbins is to come out and start speaking and just being a little more, hey guys, we don't have to be this way. And I don't harbor that anger and hate towards people that have a different point of view than me. So to me, it's such a one-sided issue for most people on the left side that it just gets, I don't know, that's why I call it childish. And I call it like little bullies. Yeah. And I thought of that Mean Girls movie, and I said, that's what they're like.
So I noticed you're kind of in front of a blank background. Where are you right now?
I'm actually on a cruise ship in Alaska. I'm here with AMAC, and the better option to AARP, trust me, and my wife and I are both doing speaking events or keynotes here. And
that's great. How's Sam doing?
She's doing great.
Good.
She's right over there. She can say hi from there, but she's still in a sleepwear. It's only 6:20 in the morning here, so 4-hour difference.
Well, we certainly appreciate you getting up early and joining us to discuss this. Kevin Sorbo, always great to talk to you.
Thanks,
Thank
Kevin.
you so much. SorboStudios.com. Check us out.
We will.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.